You're looking live at Kansas Speedway for the SuperStar ARCA West Series. It's currently qualifying underway here at the 1.5 mile track in Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City, Kansas. As the mentioned qualifying underway right now, 2 laps, 5 minutes is set past the lap time. Practice just wrapping up under a minute ago. So look at some of these drivers on their hot laps here, trying to go as fast as they can, set themselves up for heat races that are coming up as well. Look at Phil Nice right there, the 38 machine. Your rockets off the turn 4 are going to come to the stripe. So it's his first time lap that time by. And yes, it is in 30.551. We go second down, Javon Klein goes up to P number 1. 4 now, and Rebart goes up to P1 now. Devin McIntosh goes to second. There's flooding in with the lap times right now. I think we have around 25 or so drivers, give or take. Phil Nice goes back to the front of the board, top of the board, as Javon Klein now goes back to top of the board. As Jeff Johnson now goes to the top of the board. A lot of movement here at the top so far. As Maverick Davis now goes to pole position on his second time lap. Evan Clapper now through turn 3 and 4. And that 5 machine from Start ARCA West Series looks like same scheme. Off of turn 4, coming to the stripe. Clapper goes quicker, but not quick enough for pole. He'll go up to 6th from 7th. Coat goes to 9th place on his first time lap. More than half the field waiting, getting their laps in right now. Cole Sander goes up to 4th place there on his second time lap. Williams Coat off of turn number 4, got across the stripe. Where will he go? As Elliot Henderson goes to 2nd, Coat goes from 11th to 7th on his second time lap. Driver's getting in the laps right now. Nathan Lamont goes up to 4th place here in qualifying. Ty Weems there. Off of turn number 4. Across the stripe, it's a little bit quicker. Jumps up 1 spot there to 14th. At Matt Sisler off the pit lane right now. You know, about 1:20 left. Enough time for 1 lap. As Adrian Nagy on his second time lap goes slower, it looks like. Actually, no, he does go quicker. He goes up to 10th place. Only one driver that has yet to set lap. That is Matt Sisler. He's only got 1 chance to do so, 1 lap. To go as quick as he can. He goes cross stripe, 45 seconds left. So we'll have time for 1 lap, and 1 lap only. Back he goes, about 15 seconds in the middle of the back straight away. Off of turn 4, where will the 93 place here in the last seconds of qualifying? Gonna be a 30 flat, 30.324. That puts him around 10th place, 7th place will be for a 93 machine on his first lap. Man, if he had time for 1 more lap, we could be looking at a different pulser possibly. That was a really good first lap there. But it looks like Maverick Davis will be on pole tonight for the Kansas race. He's still in pole position right now. As that wraps up qualifying officially, now we're into our heat races. 2 heats this week, like there was last week. So we'll take a quick look at our starting lineup here for tonight's heat race, heat 1. As on the front row is Jeff Johnson. In second alongside him is Giovanni Klein. In third, Matt Sisler. Fourth, Philip Neese. Fifth, Andrew Nagy. Sixth, Evan Clapper. David McIntosh. Seventh, David McCullough. In eighth, Tony Jeffries. In ninth, Dylan Chappell. In 10th, Nicholas Corcel will be in 11th. There is now run off on to the racetrack now. 6 laps is the length of this heat race. So pretty short run there. Like we kind of saw last week at Michigan, it was only 3 laps, I believe, at Michigan last week, if I do recall correctly. Another kind of short heat race here, usually around 10 or 12 laps or so. They really, I think they, Yamins decided to shrink these heat races down just a little bit, just to give us some faster heat races and get us to the main event quicker. So going through 4 right now. 11 cars in total for heat number 1. Pace car pulls off the pit lane. Green flag is out. We're underway here for the first race at Kansas tonight. Ryan Klein might have jumped that restart there. He was ahead of the leader at the line. We'll see what Harrison does though now. Through turn 1 and 2 they go. Ryan Klein, no black flag for him, so he's all good and clear. Out in front now is Jeff Johnson. He'll play off for turn number 2. He only gets a bit squiggly there. The track him very hot, but he still clears Giovanni Klein down to turn number 3. There's a car on the wall there. There's one car around. That's Ian McCullough there. As Dylan Chappell, 3 wide, 3 abreast down the front straightaway. That's a Chappell, McIntosh, and Giovanni Klein, 3 abreast down into the tri-oval. As here comes Matt Sisler. 1 qualifying lap, and he goes to pull to lead in the heat 1. There's car on the wall. Andrew Nagy, I believe. No, there's 1 car around. That's Giovanni Klein. Actually, that's Evan Clapper, excuse me, in the outside wall. A lot of chaos happening here early on, but Matt Sisler in the race lead now. Off of turn number 4, and he's trying to pull away from the rest of the field as they battle and beat and bang behind. Like a quick replay what happened there. And he goes Andrew Nagy and Jeff Johnson into each other there. Out in front. Back live, so we'll go back. Happened a moment, about a lap ago. Andrew Nagy just got tight in the middle of turn 1, 2. Bald Jeff Johnson got a little squiggle there behind them. Around goes Evan Clapper as well. Obviously no cautions here in these heat races, so we stay green. We're past halfway here in heat 1. A lot of chaos has ensued so far, but the main pack is still about 8 cars deep. See how that affects things here shortly as Giovanni Klein gets around Jeff Johnson there. Yes, he'll clear, book it. He'll clear for 4th place here on Jeff Johnson. There's a little car around. Philip Neese spinning through the grass and the outside wall on the tri-oval. And he'll drop to 9th, 10th place now. As Matt Sisler, Dylan Chappell, duking out for this lead. Sisler in the outside wall. Here comes Chappell on the inside. He has a run hill, but look here. Can you do a little slide job action here in turn 3 and 4. Coming to the white flag this time by. Off of turn 4 they go. Behind them, watch out for Giovanni Klein. He might make a move in that Pokemon car there. That Pikachu car, I should say. More contact. Dylan Chappell contact with Giovanni Klein, sending him up the racetrack in the Matt Sisler. And their heat races are over. We're back out in front. Andrew Nagy, Giovanni Klein nose to tail down the back straightaway for the final time in heat 1. Nagy outside wall for turn 2. Slows him down just a little bit. Slows his momentum down to turn 3. As Giovanni Klein off for turn 4. He will win heat 1, but I'm sure he did not make any friends there. Matt Sisler and Dylan Chappell probably not too happy with him there. as they'll limp their cars back in one piece, trying to get at least 8th and 9th and salvage something. We'll take a quick replay of that one. Looks like Javon Klein just got to the back of Dylan Chappell and sent him up the racetrack quite a bit. It's a bad shove down the run. Actually, no, it was not exactly Javon Klein's fault. It was Andrew Nagy got on Javon Klein and kind of like a accordion effect there. So Javon Klein will win heat number 1, though. He'll start in 3rd place. Is currently green up for heat number 2. As we'll take a quick look. Starting lap here for heat number 2. Even more Pokemon cars, it looks like, on the front row. Got Nathan Lamont in pole position for heat 2. Cole Center in 2nd. Glenn Grimm in 3rd. Nicholas Coate in 4th. 5th will be Dylan Harris. 6th will be Dan Hubbard. Ty Williams in 7th, Blake McClung in 8th, Jackson Sims 9th, and Miles Davis in 10th. So, looks like these drivers kind of have a theme for each week. I think it was a Ninja Turtles one time. Now it's Pokemon cars this time. So, kind of interesting. Each week these drivers kind of have a different theme of the week. Teammates, obviously, Nathan Lamont, Cole Snyder, Javon Klein. Right there, so I'm interested to see that. We'll see what they can do here in heat number 2. Their team at heat 1. They're trying to look to dominate these heat races. Go back to back somewhat here in the heat races. But pace car is off. About to do battle here for 6 laps at Kansas. Green flag is out, and Nathan Lamont will lead us to the stripe. So Nathan Lamont will clear off at turn number 4 pretty easily. He'll lead lap 1 as some contact in the outside wall for one driver. I think it's Nicholas Coate there, maybe in a 35 machine. Glenn Grimm in 3rd. A lot less hectic on these opening laps for heat number 2. Seems like. They rocket past turn 4 down the front straightaway. 3 laps down. 4 to go. That's lap set by Cole Snyder in 2nd place. He's going to try to chase down his teammate of Nathan Lamont in front of him. We'll see how big of an ass that is for Cole Snyder. I know, based on the testing that these drivers did, it's a lot less grippy, a lot less, it's very loose once these tires start to wear out. I don't think we're going to see a lot of tire wear, obviously, in the heat races. You just hear a lot of off-throttle time here in Kansas compared to some of the other tracks we've been to. Their cars usually have high downforce and just high, you're able to really carry a lot of speed in the corners and a lot of big drafting racetracks. We've seen it in Michigan, Vegas, and Chicago a couple times this season. Looks like here at Kansas you can kind of build a little bit of a gap and not have too much of a pack behind you, as this heat race is way calmer, I would say, for now than heat 1. As we have come to 2 laps ago this time by. No one has wrecked out yet in this heat, but Nathan Lamont still leads from pole position. Cole Center in 2nd. Glenn Grimm in third. The top three on the starting grid, or currently the top three on the track right now. But that might change here in a moment. Jackson Sims looking on the inside there. Fourth, third, he'll clear off of turn 4, book it. He's up 6 spots in this race. These were the biggest mover here tonight in Heat 2. As white flag this time by for Nathan Lamont and the rest of the field. Lamont putting a clinic on these drivers right now in Heat 2. Wilson running outside trying to do anything he can to maybe have a chance at this Heat win. Off of turn 4, Nathan Lamont will win Heat number 2. Cole Center will finish in second. As currently drivers in warm-up here for about 5 minutes. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back here from Kansas Speedway for the SuperStar ARCA West Series feature event. as we're back live here at Kansas Speedway. Pace car pulls off from about to go back green. Green flag is in the air. Underway here at King's Maverick Davis with a great launch off the start there. As Elliott Henderson kind of rack around the outside trying to do something right now. Maverick Davis on the inside. Good. Clears contact behind. Around goes Cole Sayer behind. We stay green for now, but Cole Sayer drops down to 15th. Now 16th here. We stay green as Maverick Davis out in front. Nathan Lamont, Elliott Henderson side by side for a second. Currently working on graphics right now, having some technical issues. Gotta get that fixed as soon as possible. Nathan Lamont gonna clear around the outside. Maybe, yes, he will. He'll clear Elliott Henderson. Nathan Lamont moves himself up to second place here on lap 3. Here's Elliott Henderson back to the inside. Nathan Lamont is right now. Maverick Davis pulling away from the rest of the field. Henderson will clear for second though. As I mentioned before, trying to get our graphics update right now. Having some technical issues, but currently we stay green for now as Maverick Davis currently leads. Elliott Henderson in second, Nathan Lamont in third. Maverick Davis catching up some lap traffic right now. Anderson now chasing him down as well, using the lap traffic. Nicholas Coe as a pick, kind of, as Coe kind of gave Maverick Davis some trouble there. Getting some dirty air as well, so see how that plays out for him. As Ellie Anderson all the way back home for Maverick Davis right now, down the back straightaway. Will he look to make a move here early on in this race? He's been green the whole way so far tonight here at Kansas. Oh, now Maverick's back and going. Sorry for the technical issues. Maverick Davis still leads over Elliott Henderson in second, Nathan Lamont in third. Guys are really spread out so far tonight. Top five kind of with each other, or top four, excuse me, kind of within each other right now. Let alone lap traffic. One car behind him in lap traffic. As Andrew Nagy kind of leads the second pack here. Fifth on back pretty much. Rest of the Rockies out in the Chandler 1 and 2. It's really kind of on the middle of actually during turn 3 right now. Say, how big of a difference in the gap here as he comes the leaders through mode 3 and 4. Here comes the rest of the field as well. As Andrew Nagy, Dylan Chapo battling out here for 5th place. Chapo on the bottom, Nagy up top with a slide job move there from the 17 Charizard machine. That will clear off of 4, not quite. Nagy with a great run off of turn 4. He has momentum in the tri-oval. Can he clear into turn 1? Not quite enough. As these two battling on, the top 4 drivers will pull away even more. Even the bigger gap than they already have. About 4 seconds between these drivers in 4th place currently. As we have cars 3 wide off for turn 4. It's gonna get tight here down the front straightaway as there's still 3 abreast. As Devin McIntosh in the middle of that one, he's still 3 wide for these drivers in that 74 machine. And he's side by side with Jelani Clyde, excuse me, right there. McIntosh shows contact even more in front. That's Evan Clapper around Jeff Johnson hardly hits that wall. And that does not bring out the yellow. They're way off the racetrack right now. Iris did not recognize them for now. And there it is. First yellow of the night here on lap 23. Evan Clapper doesn't look like he has any damage there. Devin Johnson easily gets the most of that one. It's a hard lick for him. Clapper just kind of taps the outside wall, light gentle tap it looks like. We'll take a quick pick around from there. There's a little 3-rod action here as looks like Clapper kind of just came down on Johnson there. Johnson, ooh, fishtails in the inside wall. Clapper lucky he didn't get more damage than that. As Maverick Davis leads us down into pit lane, everyone else will follow suit as well. As off of pit lane they go. Looks like Maverick Davis will win the race off pit lane. As double following back up here. I'm into lap 27. Base car is off. We're about to go back to battle. As into the restart on the go. Green flag is out. Havoc Davis with a good restart there. There's no contact behind. One car blows their engine, and around they go. No cautions out yet. We stay green. Blake McClung slow as well. Not sure who the driver was. It was Glenn Graham. Looks like he's doing engine short shifted. He went from second to first instead of second to third. Blows up right there. Looks like what he did. No one else will really make too much contact with him. But his night will end here on lap 27. Back out front. Maverick Davis will clear as Elliot Anderson in second. Nathan Leon side by side here for third. It's kind of allowing Maverick Davis on the pull edge just a little bit now here in the 18 machine. Maverick Davis, you can see just on the back of his gearbox there. Doing a great job, just kind of pretty much being very consistent right now out in front, not making any mistakes, not overdriving the race car, not underdriving the race car at all. And what he needs to do behind them, they're going to war basically for second. As Elliot Henderson and Nathan Lamont side by side off of turn 2, no contact quite yet. Henderson kind of falling back just a little bit for now. Here comes Nicholas Corso. The inside there, clips the apron there, clips that white line. Up the racetrack he goes, a bit loose there as well. Not helping his case out there for second. But we'll stay in third for now. Nicholas Corso goes on the third place. So here comes Henderson with a good run off of turn 2. And now look for second here on Nathan Lamont. Down into turn 3 and 4 he goes. Henderson clears on entry. on top three. Now he's going to follow back out. So he comes zone chopper the inside. There's also Divine Fine there behind him as well. Teammates obviously there. 17 to 59. Maverick Davis continues to lay these gyros on these tires throughout 10 laps or so. Not going so far tonight. Zoe Anderson made the lane line once again, keeping it out here for second. Maverick Davis continues to lead here. And Matt Sisler and Jelani Klein side by side for 6th place. As caution is out now. Looks like Blake McClung spun off a turn, well, on the entry to turn 3 actually. There. Not too much image it looks like on that Tim machine, so we'll see what happened to him. So second yellow of the night here on lap 40. We'll see these gyros come up pit lane, maybe top off on some fuel, maybe take tires. The interesting strategy color is actually major damage on the looks the right side there of Blake McClung. Looks like him and Cole Sander made some contact down the back straightaway. Blake McClung just kind of looked like he drifted into Cole Sander there. That angle. Stay on the outside trying to make it work. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, kind of like McClung kind of went up the racetrack a little bit. Didn't expect Cole Sander to be on his outside there off of turn 2, but now bring out the second caution here tonight on lap 41. We've had a lot of green flag laps here tonight so far, but most of the field coming out of pit lane, led obviously by Maverick Davis, as they're probably gonna take tires and full tank fuel as well. No penalties for any of these gyros as Maverick Davis leads us off of pit lane. He'll remain our race leader. No strategy calls either. Everyone taking four tires and a full tank of fuel as well. This moment we're taking a little quick break. We'll be right back here from Kansas. Back live here at Kansas, about to go back green. Maverick Davis will lead us to green once again. And on the lap pedal he goes. Looks like Zone Chapel trying to, looks like it's a delayed green there. Delayed green. So one more lap around. Basically pull off onto the racetrack once more. Not sure if we can figure out what caused that delayed green at all, but not sure if it was an admin decision or whatnot. But here comes pace car once more, so we got to go one more pit stop around here at Kansas before we officially go green. Guys, this time we should be going green. Hopefully, knock on wood. There. As into the restart zone they go. This time green probably gets back out. And we are officially now back in the green here as Maverick Davis leads us down to turn number 1. He'll clear Elliott Henderson for the race to easily. The rest of the rockets down to turn 1 behind that 18 machine. That's big block there from Davis. Henderson goes low, now up high. As they're side by side for the race to lead here off of turn number 4. As here comes Nathan Lamont as well in that 15 machine. Watch out for that 15 car. He could maybe get to that race lead here in these next few laps. We'll see how aggressive these drivers are. Gotta get out in front of that clean air as well. As Phillip meets around, wrecking in the middle of turn 1 and 2. Third caution right here. And our shortest green flag run as well right there. It's about 2 laps, not even. Looks like 3 wide for a moment. He switches up the racetrack and a little bit of net code possibly. Not really tough on this angle. And a little bit of net code there from David Collar there. Maverick Davis still leads here out in front. The 18 machine. In lap 47. So we'll find back up here. So we're going back green here quickly. As green flags out, Maverick Davis with a great launch there. As Nick Lame on Elliott Henderson side by side down the turn number 1 and 2. And Henderson clear. Yes, he will. Not all the way down quite yet. He's have a good run down the back straightaway. Really make a move here on Matt Davis here. He goes low. Davis doesn't block this time as much. Now Henderson on the bottom. Will he do a slide job here in 3 and 4? Gonna try to clear off for turn number 4 here. Not enough momentum. Looks like as Davis wraps around the outside. He'll have the momentum down the front straightaway. Still side by side for the race lead here. On lap 51. As Davis does clear, but here comes Dylan Chappell now. All about here for a second. Elliott Henderson and Dylan Chappell right now. Currently, Maverick Davis liking what he sees in his rear view mirror right now. Drivers continues to battle behind. Man, these drivers duking out here for second place and on back. Maverick Davis to pull away to a pretty sizable gap here entering turn number 3 after 4 laps on this restart. Chappell finally clears Henderson down in turn 3 and 4. And now try to work his way back up to Maverick Davis out in front. They continue battle here, 6 on back. As now finally climb 3 wide, was 3 wide for a moment there. As he's up to 6th place. So side by side here in the main pack as well. Elliot Henderson once again battling Dylan Chapel here. As Elliot Henderson continues the fight on the outside of Dylan Chapel. Chapel now dropping back here behind Henderson. Now his teammate Nathan Lehman on the outside. Lehman got a slot in line for now. But like I mentioned, all this battling right now is just allowing Maverick Davis to pull away here in the race lead. Now half a second into his gap. He's had this gap pretty much all night long. Once we've had a few green flag laps. These drivers now closing the gap slowly but surely on Maverick Davis. Really mostly single file throughout most of the field right now as they enter turn number 1 here on lap 63. A little past halfway in this one. And these drivers trying to chase down Maverick Davis. Here comes Elliot Henderson. He's got a good run here off of turn number 2. Got that momentum down the back straightaway. Can he make it work? He gained about a tenth or so there. He's just slowly but surely getting those chunks out. Maverick Davis's lap times. Drivers finally reeling in Maverick Davis. One thing to pass him, it's one thing to catch him, it's another thing to pass him. Will they be able to here? Will they have to use some pit stop strategy maybe? You're on this 18 machine. Henderson thinks not. He looks to the outside. Has a peek. Is he alongside? Yes, he is. Entering turn 1. Davis is going to squeeze him up the racetrack a little bit. But Henderson has his right. He's on his right rear quarter panel. He's off of turn number 2. He's still there. He's still side by side with our race leader. He'll run down the back straightaway. Can Henderson lead his first time tonight fully? Through 3 and 4. Davis clears slider. There's crossover move here from Henderson. Davis goes down the block. He stays out in front for now. Elliott Henderson not going to take no for an answer quite yet. He's going to look to the outside once more on Maverick Davis. Davis on the inside once more. Henderson going to try to get a good run off for turn 2. Yes, he will. He'll clear over the right seat. Oh, but he's in the outside wall. Here comes Dylan Chappell to the inside of Maverick Davis. Now Davis all under attack from these 3 drivers right now. Third turn into more here shortly. Off turn 4, Elliott Henderson will lead this lap. Maverick Davis stuck right behind Henderson side by side with Dylan Chappell for now. Right now, Henderson and Davis are trying to work together right now. They're currently pulling away from Nathan Lamont and Dylan Chappell, who are side by side for third. Now, Maverick Davis and Elliott Henderson have a 5/10 lead over the rest of the field right now. Here comes Henderson and Davis once again side by side. As Henderson the outside wall, he's going to lose that advantage on the back show, and Davis will clear for the race lead once again. But here comes Dylan Chappell. These drivers kind of separated themselves now from the rest of the field. Top 3 pulled away from the drivers behind. So 30 laps into this fuel run currently. We'll see how long these drivers can go on fuel. I'm assuming it'll be a one-stop race from here on out. Henderson and Chappell now side by side once again. We've seen this a lot of times tonight. Henderson stays ahead for now, but now Maverick Davis pulling away with a bigger lead right now currently. as these drivers are working together to try to chase down Maverick Davis once again. They had to do it before. Can they do it again here late in this one? Right now in the middle of the green flag racing. As when will we see pit stops here in this one? Green flag pit stops here probably in the next few laps. We're halfway through our green flag run, or halfway through the fuel run right now currently. As here comes Maverick Davis. As soon as I said that, right at the halfway point, he's been on this these tires for 37 laps. Comes in here with 37 to go. Our race leader down pit lane. First green flag pit stop of the night there. As here comes Dylan Chapel now down pit lane. As Elliot Henderson slows it down. Oh, driver's down the pit lane. That might be speeding there for one driver. Yes, it is. Tony Jeffries speeding down pit lane in that 23 machine. Maverick Davis off in pit lane. No penalty for him, but slow pit stop there. 15 seconds in his pit box. As here comes Elliot Henderson down into the stall right now. There goes Elliot Henderson. There goes Dylan Chapel as well. A lot quicker pit stops than Maverick Davis. Davis was a 15-second pit stop. These drivers ahead were 14.7, 14.3. That makes a big difference here as they come off of pit lane. Maverick Davis already up to speed. He'll clear for right now the net race lead once this all cycles through. If we do stay green for now. Nathan Lamont and Nicholas Cote down pit lane as well. These drivers have to navigate through the lap traffic, but here comes Dylan Chapel with a good run through 3 and 4. Davis looks like he slowed down possibly through turn 3 and 4. Davis is really slow as Chapel will pass Davis there for 8th on the racetrack. As Javine Klein clears, who still leads currently. As down pit lane he goes. Gonna slow it down in time. Everyone else comes down pit lane, I believe. Everyone has entered their stall and is currently in pit lane right now. Dylan Chapel will cycle out to the race lead here in a moment. He passes these drivers. And Maverick Davis still very slow currently. Maybe he's saving fuel possibly. Just very slow here right off of the get-go. Go on board here with the 18 machine. Looks like he's not really pushing too hard. Currently 18 of Maverick Davis kind of saving fuel, I believe, here. late in this race. The pit cycle is complete. Dylan Chapel cycles out to the race lead. Ellie Henderson about 1.3 seconds behind. There goes Coat in third. 2 seconds behind them as well. No one really taking aggressive strategy, no 2-tire strategy there. Everyone taking 4 tires and a full tank of fuel most likely. But in the meantime, we're going to do a little aileron, crank it up here with 30 laps to go here at Kansas. As we live here at Kansas currently. Dylan Chapel currently leads, but the rest of the pack closing the gap here late in this one with 24 laps to go. Elliot Henderson in second, Nathan Lamb on third, Maverick Davis fourth, and Nicholas Coate in fifth. Currently all within 1.5 seconds of our race leader of Dylan Chapel. We have 23 to go this time by. Looks like it's going to be a 5-car race here for the race lead and for the race win here in the moment. As there is a lap part in between these two gyros. That's a Damerberg there and a 13 machine. Using it to go on the racetrack to clear that 13 machine pretty easily without too much effort there. As now he has his sights set on Dylan Chapel at 17 machine up ahead. Half a second is the gap between these two drivers. Chapel has a gaggle of cars behind him, chasing him down. As they have closed the gap now, 2/10 is the gap between him and Henderson. A bunch of other cars as well behind. Trying to chase him down. As there they are. Here comes the inside. Looks for Henderson. He backs up the corner just a little bit. Trying to focus on that exit. Along the racetrack he goes. Oh, some orbiting it on the outside wall goes Dylan Chapel there. As Henderson gets to off of turn number 2. Some more contact there. No room given for these top 2 drivers. But here goes Maverick Davis and Nathan Lehman as well behind. As Leo Lehman gives Chapel a bad shove there down the tri-oval. And Henderson in clear, but here comes Maverick Davis, our pole sitter. He's going to try to go to the race lead. Henderson losing it as that allows Davis to clear easily off of turn number 2. And Maverick Davis back up in front. And here comes Henderson. He looks to the inside. Look, it's a bump from Chapel once more. A little argy-bargy from these drivers behind him. Did Davis save enough tires, save enough fuel for this to work out? He looks like he was a little slow here. At the beginning of this run, when he came off the pit lane. Has big lap traffic right now. You know it's not. That's just Nicholas Cote there. 35 machine. But look who's joined the picture. Savani Klein and Nicholas Corsell. There in that 40 machine. So it's going to be a 7-car pack here. Coming to 14 to go this time by at Kansas. It's really any one of these drivers' race right now, but Maverick Davis has dominated so far tonight. Dylan Chapel trying to get around him. Not able to off of turn 4 as Davis still stays ahead for now. Dylan Chapel all the back bumper of Maverick Davis here. The race lead once again with 12 we go this time by. Maverick Davis on the outside here of, excuse me, Dylan Chapel on the outside. Maverick Davis here for 1 and 2. Chapel trying every thing he can right now. Off return to these drivers go. 7-car pack here with 10 to go here at Kansas. 15 miles in total to decide tonight's winner. Maverick Davis still leads here out in front. It's the battle for second. That's heating up the most tonight. Maverick Davis has kind of dominated tonight's race so far. We'll see if that changes in the next few laps. As here it comes, big move there from Nicholas Corsello. Corsello to the inside. Corsello to the inside. Can he clear through 3 and 4? He's about 5 lap fresher tires than Maverick Davis. And it looks like he will. He'll clear off of turn 4. Can he stay ahead for now? Looks like he will. Davis not a good run off of the exit. Turn number 4 there. As SuperStar to go 8 laps to go. As way to the outside goes Davis. Davis is loose. But he clears off for turn 2. As Elliott Hughes to the outside wall in that 37 machine is going to fall back to 7th in the back of this pack right now currently. The Maverick Davis back out in front here. Give me 7 laps to go this time by. Nicholas Corsello trying to do as much as he can right now. Stay ahead of Divine Klein, have a chance at this win. He has 5 lap pressure tires than Maverick Davis, and he's going to peek to the inside 3 and 4. Up the racetrack goes Maverick Davis. Davis keeps it outside, keeps it off the wall, but here comes Divine Klein. 3 wide move for the race lead here, 6 to go at Kansas. Klein clears for second. Can he clear for the race lead? Yes, he will. Giovanni Klein, new race leader, out in front. Can he do a slide job move? He's trying to, but he puts Davis in the outside wall. Davis, contact behind. Still more contact. This Corsello to the bottom of the racetrack on the apron. Gonna try to merge. Oh, around goes Chapel, and there goes Corsello around. And that's gonna bring up the caution here with 6 laps to go. Corsello's trying to hang on to that one, but maybe a little too aggressive that 40 machine. As this changes everything now. As it looks like Valentine just walled Davis on the outside wall. And Davis tried to save it. Marcel was just trying to go up the racetrack. Not really sure exactly what he's trying to do, but I mean, I'm not sure he's slowed down enough. I mean, it looks like he's trying to carry as much as speed. I mean, you just can't do that. I mean, going down the apron to the entry of turn 3, I mean, you have to know that you're just going to shoot up the racetrack. You got to slow down at that point. It looks like Dylan Chapel, major difference for him. He's going to be out of tonight's race. He made contact with Nicholas Corsello there, as I'm sure Maverick Davis is not happy with Giovanni Klein. I don't blame him. As now, probably the most important decision, will these drivers come down pit lane? Will they stay out? I'm sure if you will stay out, you will pit. Down pit lane they goes. Oh, around goes Giovanni Klein. Not sure if that was intentional from Maverick Davis. We'll take a replay of that one after the pit stops happen. I would not be surprised if that was retaliation there. Or did Giovanni Klein kind of just check up on the entry? The Klein might be just checking up a little bit too much. I mean, maybe. Not sure. Von Klein does not go into, he just drives through pit lane, so he's not going to pit. He will be the race leader. Nicholas Coate taking 2 tires. He's the only one taking 4. Elliott Henderson taking 4. Devin McIntosh taking 2. Absolutely crazy drama in this one. Here we go. It's gonna be 2 lap shot here. Fly is out as Ryan Klein leads us to the green. It's still clear into turn number 1 and 2. But here comes Nathan Lamont. He took 4 tires that last pit stop. Quickly, easily down the back straightaway for the race lead this time by. And so here comes Nicholas Coe on the outside as well. Here comes Henderson as well. Off of turn number 4. Comes the white flag this time by. Nathan Lamont leads us to the stripe. 1 more to go here at Kansas. Lamont with a nice lead over Elliott Henderson in second. We go on board here with Nathan Lamont on his gearbox cam. Henderson, hey, off of turn number 2. He's got the block for second. Through 3 and 4. As a wreck in the back there. 2 cars involved around. Obviously, race stayed green, but off of turn number 4, Nathan Lamont. Pit stop strategy with that green-white checkered. He'll take the race win here at Kansas. Elliott Henderson will finish second. Nicholas Coe in third. Matt Sisler in fourth, and Javon Klein in fifth place with that strategy call there. Drivers involved there were, I believe, Jeffries may be involved there. Possibly. Exactly who it was. Oh, it was David McCullough there, and maybe Cole Snyder. There's an Andrew Nagy there involved in those wrecks. And back straight away. Take a quick replay of this one before we look at that burnout currently Nathan Lamont is doing. So, luckily more cars are not involved there. Nathan Lamont burning it down here on the front straightaway in a moment. We're gonna do a little Polish victory lap here at Kansas. We'll take a quick break. We'll speak to our top 3 finishers after this. Back live here at Kansas Speedway. Go to a quick look at our final race results for our top 3 interviews. As Nathan Leon will pick up the win here at Kansas. Elliot Henderson in second. Nicholas Coe in third. Matt Sisler fourth. Giovanni Klein fifth. Evan Clapper sixth. Kevin McIntosh seventh. Nicholas Corcel eighth. Dylan Harris ninth. Cole Sanger in 10th. So there's Devin Paula in 11th. Andrew Nagy, 12th, 20th, Jeffrey, 13th, Dan Rubber, 14th, Maverick Davis, 15th, heartbreaker for him, Dominic Carr tonight, kind of walled by Giovanni Klein there at the end. Klein just a little bit too aggressive there. I think he would have been able to get by Davis cleanly, maybe a corner or lap later. But anyways, Davis falls down to 15th, Dylan Chappell 16th, falls in that wreck as well. Blake McClung 17th, Niles Davis 18th, Jackson Sims 19th, Hyatt 24th, Golden East, Clinton Grimm 22nd, Jeff Johnson rounds out the 23 car field tonight. We'll speak to our race winner here of Nathan Raymond in a moment. With the score right here. Hello, Nathan, you got a copy?
Hey, I got you.
What a win for you tonight with a green-white checker there. Guys took the race lead away from Giovanni Klein there and kind of didn't look back those last 2 laps. Talk us through those last 2 laps and see race overall as well.
Yeah, that whole race was pretty fun. Running up inside the top 3, top 5 with those guys. Way tighter than we thought it was going to be. I know a lot of people were saying that it was going to be super loose and slick out there, but that was definitely not the case. I hate it for Giovanni, man. He was definitely in position to pull that off, and something happened with 18 coming to pit road, and that kind of put us in position, just kind of sitting around there all day, just waiting to strike. So got a good restart on 4, and like you said, didn't look back.
Yeah, talk us through also your green flag pit stops as well. You kind of had a 7-car pack there at the end with about 3 or 4 laps to go. Talk us through kind of that strategy call you made there as well.
Yeah, so I believe everybody there was kind of staggered. We had people that pit, 2 peeled off, and then 2 more peeled off, and 2 more peeled off, and then finally I think the 40 car and the 59, they peeled off like 5 laps after everybody else, and they came rocketing up behind us. So really that difference on tire, I think, is what led to that kind of little pack racing there at the end. Because equal tires, it was pretty single file out there all day.
Yeah, well, we were at the right place at the right time there at the end. And you want to thank for tonight's win here at Kansas?
Absolutely. Shout out to, again, Giovanni and Dylan and Cole for racing out here with me. Shout out to pretty much the top 3. We were racing pretty clean there all race. Shout out to Kansas. It's my home track, so that's kind of cool to notch one of those. And obviously shout out to the admins for putting this on.
Congrats on your win tonight at Kansas. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Thanks, man.
This is Nathan Lamont, our race winner. We'll bring our second place finisher of Elliot Henderson, who started in second tonight, was fast pretty much all race long. Came up a little short in second place there. Elliot, you got a copy?
I do.
You start in second place tonight, and you finish in second there. You had a pretty strong race car all night long, pretty much in the top 3 all night long as well. Talk us through that green-white checkered and also your race overall.
I think for the green-white checkered, there wasn't much that we could really do. Started on the top, and I don't know if Nick didn't really want to go down to his door or not, but I felt like on a green-white checkered, he needed to go down and get really close to Nathan's door to try to give us any bit of a chance. And there's just not much you can do. I felt like if he could have gotten to his door and gotten into one next to him and I could have pushed him, that maybe the outside could have prevailed. But then you don't know what happens into 3. But I thought, at least for his case, that was the best chance. But overall race was fun. There's only so much you can do with this aero package. It's frustrating at times, but after the cautions kind of cycled out and we were running green for a while there, it kind of turned into a little bit of a fuel strategy race at the end too. We were really close, but overall, I think the racing was good. It was pretty clean towards the end, and then Obviously, all that issue with top four, but that's how you got to race these cars, man. You got to lean on each other's doors, and you got to be right there. And sometimes, a little bit of contact turns into a lot worse of a situation than what you want. So, I'm happy to come out in second. I felt like we were about a second or third place car all night with Maverick, so we'll take it. Good points day. Just moving on up and trying to get closer to the chase here.
Yeah, definitely a great result here in second place. Anyone like thank for tonight's good result?
Yeah, as always, you guys for the broadcast, Sam for hosting the league, David and all the other admins that are a part of this that help out every week. Really enjoy coming over and running this stuff. My teammates and team, Spectrum Auto Shot, with Eric Kepf as our owner, and Sims, who had his connection issues, but Jeff Johnson, Nick Caressel, who had a really good run tonight. Jake Miller wasn't here, Gavin Fitzgerald wasn't here, but and Jeremy Pienta. But shout out to all those guys for helping us out, and thanking my girlfriend for letting me do this. And now I gotta go text her now.
Yeah, good idea there. But congrats on your second place here in that Kansas. We'll see you 2 weeks at Atlanta.
Thank you, Steven.
There's Ellie Anderson in second place, and we'll switch to our third place finisher of Nicholas Cote there in the 35 machine. Came from 18th place on the grid. Great result for him here tonight. Hello, Nicholas, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So you round yourself off in the third place, up from 18th place starting spot there. Talk us through your working way through the field, and also that green right checker, if you maybe could have done something different to maybe get up a position or two and maybe have a chance at the win.
Yeah, it was a comeback race. I had a pass through for an incident last week, so it was a come from behind for sure. But I definitely felt like I had the pace after I took the pass through and got lapped. I was keeping up with the Maverick and Elliott and them pretty well, and then it was just getting my way to the front. Took too early in the race to get track position, and then I kind of just hung out at the end of the league draft for the majority of the race. Thought I had a chance on that restart. I don't know. 59 spun out going into the pits. I don't know how he was still able to restart first, but
yeah, he just drove through pit lane. He didn't fit in his box there.
Yeah, I think he stayed out to help his teammate, which, I mean, do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, definitely. But still a great result here for you in third place. Anyone like anyone you like thank for tonight's run?
You guys for the broadcast, everyone who puts on this league, my teammates at Black Label, Maverick should have won. I feel like Maverick should have won.
Yeah, definitely the most dominant card tonight, I would say.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to him, and we're trying to work good as a team. I think we work pretty well when we're around together.
Still a great result here for you tonight in third, and we'll see you 2 weeks at Legacy Atlanta.
Sounds good. You have a good night.
Thanks, you too. That was Nicholas Cote in third place there. And unfortunate there for Maverick Davis, as he was clearly the fastest driver tonight. Most likely, probably was maybe the one. I think Javon Klein had a chance there. If the whole thing stayed green, he definitely had the fresher tires as well. But either way, what an eventful night you got Kansas. A lot of green flag runs here tonight. I think we had 5 cautions in total. 4 actually. 4 cautions in total. A lot of green flag runs, so green flag pit stop there. A lot of hard, mostly clean racing for the most part, I would say. But what a race that was. Is next week we go to next time here, Quantum Continued Series tomorrow night at Iowa, the Annual Cup Series finale at Charlotte on Friday night, and Legacy Atlanta in 2 weeks on December 3rd. It'll be the SuperStar Cup Series West Series. Leg will be on Legacy Atlanta in 2 weeks for Thanksgiving break, obviously next week as well. So I think no broadcast next week for us, but so I'll finish out this week here and some finale Friday night, so that should be an interesting one as well. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night and Friday night as well for the Thanksgiving break. You guys watching here from Kansas Speedway.